Hi fam, Shay here from Big Sis Me, your one-stop shop for all your big sisterly advice. Welcome back. In part 1, we explored ways to be kinder to yourself through self-care for both mind and body. If you haven't seen that video yet, please do check it out. It's full of practical, helpful advice for day-to-day living. Now, in part 2, we're going to focus on the power of practicing gratitude and learning to ask for assistance. After all, no self-care toolkit is complete without tips on being thankful and learning to reach out when you need guidance. Before we dive in, remember that my advice is here to complement, not replace that of your doctor or therapist. If you find yourself struggling, please seek professional help. Now then, let's get on with the video. Ready to bring more positivity and support into your life? Let's dive into ways 4 and 5 of 7 ways to a kinder place. Way 4, being grateful. Have you ever noticed how a moment of gratitude can change your perspective for the entire day? Gratitude can bring about feelings of peace and positivity. It's also a great technique to help you pause any negative thoughts or divert your thinking patterns. Try listing 3 things you are genuinely grateful for each day. This simple exercise can help you pause in the moment and reflect. From personal experience, practicing gratitude over time helps to create a buffer and build resilience for the less enjoyable or more mundane aspects of daily life, like being stuck in traffic, cleaning up a spill, or braving a cold and windy day. According to a qualitative study published in the Journal of Positive School Psychology, which studied the role of gratitude during the COVID-19 pandemic, gratitude in any form can effectively promote well-being. Rani 2022. There are many ways to practice gratitude, from journaling about the 5 people who showed you kindness this week, to being present in a peaceful moment, or appreciating how happy your pet is to see you. There are no strict rules. Just be grateful or glad about something. On days when I don't feel like writing, I take a breath and mentally count 5 things I'm genuinely glad about, whether they're from the past, present, or future. Practicing gratitude helps you dig deep and can shift you out of negative thinking cycles. When I find myself stuck in a loop, pausing to think of 5 things I'm grateful for helps shift my perspective. Often, after this exercise, the problem that seemed all-consuming before loses its grip on me and I can move forward. So, as those cheesy commercials say, don't wait, start today. You may just find a unique benefit to this practice that's all yours. However you go about it, make sure to have fun with it. Now, my next piece of advice is about way 5, asking for help. It is perfectly okay to ask for help. This topic is directly about mental health, and we need to consider our mental state and recognize when we might benefit from asking for assistance or support. Keep in mind that this too will look different for everyone, so don't compare your mental health journey to someone else's. Think of your headspace like a drinking glass. When it's full, you need to empty it before you can fill it again. If you try to add more while it's still full, you'll create a mess. Do you often feel overwhelmed? List your challenges, prioritize, and tackle or ask for help on the most impactful ones first. Here's an example. Meet Liam. He's 32, works as a marketing professional and lives in a busy city. He has a steady partner but no other family he can rely on. Liam is facing various personal challenges that impact his well-being and productivity. Here's his list. Health issues, frequent headaches, insomnia and occasional panic attacks. Work stress, constant pressure at work due to tight deadlines, high expectations from his boss and a heavy workload. Often works late and brings work home on weekends. Financial worries, debt from credit cards and feeling overwhelmed by monthly expenses. Relationship strain, frequent arguments with his partner about his work hours and lack of time for their relationship. Time management, struggling to balance professional responsibilities with personal commitments. Looking at this list, Liam feels overwhelmed and doesn't know where to start. This is where a concept called the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule comes in. It states that roughly 80% of consequences come from 20% of causes. It was originally observed by Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto in 1906 and later developed by management consultant Joseph M. Duran. Pareto Principle 2024. To put it simply, this means that if you have 10 problems, it's likely that 8 of them are caused by just 2 underlying issues. Here's how Liam applied this principle in his own personal life. He prioritized his list of challenges from highest to lowest impact and asked himself, what would I feel most relieved about if it worked out? Do any of the other issues depend on this one being resolved? Based off those questions, this is how Liam prioritized his challenges. 1. Work stress, the biggest contributor to his other issues. 2. Health issues, closely related to his work stress. 3. Relationship strain, often caused by work stress and health issues. 4. Financial worries, impacted by lack of attention due to work stress and health issues. 5. Time management, a symptom of the above challenges. While health issues are critical and should be focused on first usually, in Liam's specific case, he realized that addressing his work stress would have the most significant impact on his overall well-being. So, he decided to approach his boss about his workload, set boundaries around his work hours, and discuss possible delegation of work tasks. Next, he booked an appointment with his doctor to address his health issues and received advice on diet, exercise, sleep hygiene, and mental health support. By tackling his top priorities, Liam experienced positive effects that filtered down to his other challenges. Note, you can use Liam's approach in many other situations, so feel free to adapt this method to help you prioritize your own challenges. If you have similar issues or want me to provide more detailed solutions, let me know in the comments and I'll create more videos on the topic. By the way, you don't have to strictly stick to the 80-20 rule. It can be changed to 90-10 or even 70-30. If, in the process of prioritizing, you find that your top 2 challenges cause you the most issues, then that's also an answer. The point of this exercise is to help you focus on resolving what has the biggest impact on your life first. Eventually, you should still tackle anything else that's left, but their impact may be greatly reduced once you start addressing your key issues. As I mentioned before, please don't compare your mental health journey with anyone else's, because this looks different for everyone. The important thing is to ask for help. That said, if you have people in your life whose wisdom you trust, turn to them for support. They may have valuable advice and lived experiences that can help you. For those of us, like Liam, who don't have immediate access to such family or friends, consider approaching your doctor directly, and also consider following trained professionals on social media who cover relevant topics. Remember though that advice from professionals on social media will be general, so you'll need to tailor it to your needs. If you need suggestions on helpful channels, let me know in the comments. Additionally, you can also search for helplines and resources in your local area, and in case of an emergency, please contact your country's emergency number. If you're unsure of what this is, dialing 112 in most cases from your standard GSM mobile phone will connect you to your country's emergency line. 112 Emergency Telephone Number 2024. If you need more information on this, please have a look at the description of my video. And that brings us to the end of part 2 of my 3-part series on 7 ways to a kinder place. In this video, we've explored ways to practice gratitude and ask for help. Which tips resonated with you? Let me know in the comments. If you missed part 1, it's all about loving your body, caring for your appearance, and knowing your worth. Be sure to check it out. The link is in the description. In part 3, I'll be sharing valuable techniques on how to create kinder personal spaces. So stay tuned, I've got some great insights lined up. In the meantime, if you like this content, please feel free to share, comment, subscribe, and turn on those notification bells. It really helps this channel reach others who may need to hear this message. And if you don't like this content, that's okay too. I'd love to know more about it. Until next time, be kind to yourself and have a great day.